welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be reviewing Milani's new foundation, the Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 Foundation Concealer. And I am in the color 03 Light Beige, which also just happens to be my Born This Way foundation color. So we're going to see how this works out. It's got a lot of promises on the back. It says it's medium to full coverage, lightweight, oil-free, long-wearing, water-resistant, and sweat-proof. So if you want to know my initial thoughts on this foundation and how it wears throughout the day, then just keep on watching. Also in this video, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Age Rewinds. These have been out for a while, but I've never used them, so I'm going to try them out today so I can also give you my thoughts on these, even though they're not a new product. The Milani is, but these are not. So, I have been extremely dry lately. I'm talking flaky face dandruff status. So before I put anything on my face, of course I moisturize. I'm going to put my Makeup Forever Step 1 hydrating base on, and that's just going to give me even more hydration because I don't know if this foundation is hydrating or not. So I'm just taking precautions. Let's first use the Maybelline Age Rewind Brightener. You can tell that I've used these before previous to this video because the tops are dirty. I tried to film this video before and then I put the brightener on over the foundation and I realized that was not a good deal because it made me look extremely ashy. So I was like, oh, well maybe it's supposed to be a brightener you put on underneath your foundation. So that's what I'm going to try this time, and I'm just going to put it in all the places that I would like highlighted, which would be the bridge of my nose, underneath my eyes, around my eye area, you know, the usual. And I will say, when I tried it the first time, I didn't really like it, this application, and I still don't really like it. It feels like it pulls on the skin. So I'm probably not going to be repurchasing this product. And then we're going to go into the foundation itself, which is the Milani. And like I said, I'm in light beige, so I'm just going to shake it up. So it comes with a pump, which is awesome. That's what you get with one pump. So I'm going to dab that on my face and see what the coverage is like. It's pretty thick. It's like putty, kind of. It actually feels more like a concealer. That's how much I got for one pump. I'm just going to put a little bit more so I can continue dabbing it on my face. But it looks more like a concealer consistency, or it feels more like a concealer consistency than a foundation. But we're going to see how this blends out, because I can see how this would be full coverage just by how it looks. So, what? Start beating. I have dry patches and it's sticking to them. I don't know if you can see that. Sticking to my dry patches that I have right now. So I don't like that. I'm going to spray my face a little bit with my primer water dupe and see if I can get it to blend out a little bit smoother. Okay. Now let's take a look. So it's medium coverage, 100% medium coverage. I think it might actually go on better with a brush, maybe. I don't know. I think next time I use it, I'll try it with a brush rather than a beauty blender. It's a little patchy in areas, like from right here and here. It's a little patchy. I'm going to let this set a little bit, and then I'm going to go in with a second coat and see if we can build up the coverage. Because I can still, and it's patchy, so I'm going to fill in some of these patches and see if I can make this work for me. I decided to just put foundation, more foundation around the perimeter of my face rather than in this area, because this is where all my texture is. And the more layers you put on, the the more your texture is going to show, because it's like layer on top of a bump already, so it's like boom, 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 boom. Like, it'll be more obvious, in other words. So I put on some more of that brightener right there, and then I'm going to put on some foundation around the perimeter of my face, and then I'm going to go in with the concealer from the Age Rewind in the color Fair to highlight my face. To blend this out, I'm using my Morphe 439 brush. So it definitely goes on better with a brush, I will say that. And I got more coverage from what I originally had. Sorry. So I'm going to say 2 pumps will get you full coverage with this foundation. It's not very hydrating. The finish is a satin finish. It's not matte. Definitely set this with a powder. I don't think this foundation is amazing for dry skin like mine. I think if you have oily skin, you'll probably, or oily to combination skin, you'll probably have much better results. But currently my skin is like Sahara dry, so I like the finish though. I'm going to say I give this foundation a 6 out of 10. If my skin was like how it usually is, really hydrated and not quite so dry, I'd probably get a bit of higher rating, but this is definitely for oily skin girls, oily combination skin girls. So now I'm going to go in with my Age Rewind concealer in the color Fair, and we're just going to twist it like this, and I'm just going to go under my eyes and highlight my face. Oh, I want to say one other thing about this foundation. This foundation is not for everyday wear. I can tell you that right now. Unless you like to wear medium to full coverage every day, it's not everyday wear. It's not probably going to be good for the summer, even though it says it's sweat proof. I mean, I'm not going to go run a marathon, but I am going to wear this foundation throughout the day and see how it lasts. But it is a drugstore foundation, so I don't have my hopes up too high. But those are my initial thoughts. I might be proven wrong later on in the day when I find out that this foundation's bomb, but chances are it's not. So I just blended out my concealer, and I'm going to finish out the rest of my face and get back with you. So I finished the rest of my makeup. It's a very natural look. I didn't even wear mascara. I just did a really slight bronzing and a little bit of a contour, and put a nice gloss on my lips, but this is what I'm going to wear for the rest of the day. I'm trying to give my skin a break from wearing heavy makeup. Less the better today. So this is what I look like. Got a nice subtle highlight going. Anyway, so I'm going to go about my day and get back to you in about 5 hours and tell you how this foundation has worn. See you in a few. Hi guys, so it is 4:49 p.m. So I've had this makeup on for about 4.5, 5 hours, and it's looking pretty good. I had to blot once. I just blotted, and then I remisted my face. So as you can see, like, it's creasing a little bit on my forehead. I look kind of powdery in some places, but like from far away, I look pretty flawless. So I really like that. I'm creasing a bit under my eye, but I always crease under my eye because I have a lot of fine lines under there, and I haven't found a concealer that masks those very well, but I'm pretty impressed considering I'm using all drugstore products except for the primer. So I can say definitely, once again, that this foundation is not for people with dry skin. So I am experiencing, I feel like it's not very hydrating to my skin. That's why I misted my face again, because I need a little bit more hydration to give it that, you know, hydrated look rather than just powder. I'm going to re-moisturize my lips, obviously, but I'm going to go out and do some more errands, and I'll come back in a little bit. Hi guys! Okay, so I'm back, and it is 6:23, so I've had this makeup on for about 7.5 hours, and this is what I'm looking like. I look very powdery. I only blotted once this entire time, but the makeup is not really breaking down anywhere. It's just looking powdery. I've been scratching my forehead so you can see that there, but instead of melting into my skin, it's kind of like sitting on my skin now. So overall, I really like this foundation. I think next time I'm going to put a beauty oil in with it so it stays a little bit more hydrating for my skin, because my skin is so dry. So if you have dry skin, don't use this without putting an oil or something hydrating with it. Maybe mix it with a more hydrating foundation. But considering that this foundation is $10, I like it. Very nice for being a drugstore. It had a really nice finish. It lasted all day. I haven't had to reapply anything. I just powdered. I said I wasn't going to get my hopes up for this foundation, and I'm going to take that back now because it actually looks really good. Minus, you know, I look dry, but that's just my skin. But I'm sure if I was out, like if I had went out and like partied a little bit, moved around, like sweat, I guess, the hydration probably would have helped my skin a little bit, and the finish probably would have stayed the way it is. But besides that, this is a really nice foundation. So hopefully you guys go out and try it. It's only $10, so it's not like if you don't like it, you wasted a crap ton of money like on some of the other foundations that are out there on the market right now. That's the end for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and press the subscribe button down in the description box so you don't miss any more content from me. And I'll see you guys in my next video.